Okay, hopefully we're back up. Apologies for that. A streaming error here. We got a little problem with our Wi-Fi. A few more people at the park tonight as it is they're getting ready for Strawberry Fest here in Loxley. Things are a little bit crowded. Maybe a few more cell signals pinging the tower. I'm not sure. Hopefully I brought down the streaming quality just a little bit. Hopefully we'll go live for the rest of the game. I'll keep my eye open. But pardon me for that as we now see 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning. Top of the second inning, pardon me. I think we have number 11. Is Skylar Hadley for Elberta. Up to bat now, swing and a miss. As Addison starts off pitching fairly well this evening. Oh, and there's a pop out to center field underneath Maggie. Maggie gathers it in, though, for out number 3 and retires the inning. Sends the Warriors back to the dugout with no runs scored, I don't think. Now, let me check what happened there. Bottom of the second inning, I've got 0-0. Let me double check that. While I was trying to get the score back up, there's a number of people that I missed, I think, because Miss May started. I'm missing one batter there. Hold on, I'm going to double check. Well, my apologies. They did get a batter across. Elberta did. It's 1-0. I was counting that. They had 4 batters come up. That was the 4th batter of the end. So my attention was taken away while we did another restream, and number 23 for us is up. Amelia Johnson. Bottom of the second, no outs. Amelia faces a count of 1-1. There she gets it down towards third base, but nice job by the third baseman to gather it up and get it over towards first base for the out. It was a nice hit, but real nice defensive play by Elberta there. This should be number 18, Emma Jorns. Emma Jorns plays second base for the Cardinals. Took a ball there. Check swing on there. Call ball. I'd like to see the umpire just give me a few more signals so I could. 2-1. Called that one a strike, apparently. There's a swing. It's going to be foul outside of the park past the first base line. It'll be a full count, I believe. Emma Jorns, 3-2 count. Takes a pitch, swings right back to the bat pitcher, though, and over to first base. And out number 2. As we watch for Mary Blackman, our first baseman, to get something going. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Ball inside. Counts 2-1. Swing back out to the third baseman. She doesn't get it. Shortstop does, though. It's going to be close. Safe at first base. Number 24, Mary Blackman, ran that one out, able to get past first base. We've got 2 outs now as we watch Lauren Wood, our catcher, senior catcher, come to the plate. She's got a runner on first base and 2 outs. Strike 1. Strike 2. As Lauren's watched the first 2 pitches go by, both of them strikes. Going to be inside on this one, though. Down first base line, gets underneath the first base's glove. First base runner is going to advance to third. It's going to be held there. Lauren stays at first base. Nice run out by Lauren Wood. And Mary Blackman did her job getting from first to third. So we got runners on first and third, 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. We're down a run. And this is Amelia Ewing, our designated hitter, coming to the plate. I normally have Dakota Bott batting here. And that is a, got to reset that. First one was a ball, 1-0 on the count. Ball 2. They're hoping Lauren doesn't head for second base. The throw down to second base might cost him if they can't pick her off because we've got a runner on third. There's an inside for ball 3. Inside, ball 4, walks her. We got the bases loaded. Top of the batting order is Maggie Madison, steps to the plate. Scored every time she went across the, went up against the plate last night. Stole all the way home, got onto first base on a walk the first inning, and then stole the rest of the bases all the way home. Takes ball 1, though. Outside, ball 2. Everybody's primed for it to get right past the catcher here. Got Emma Jorns on third base. Swing down into the shortstop, who's going to take it over to third. They're going to get her for out number 3. Okay, top of the third, down 1 run. And we're going to look at the bottom of their batting order, the final 3 batters for them. We're going to start out with number 21, their first baseman. Trying to find her first name for us. It's Miss Boyd. Maya Boyd. She's listed a different number over here, that's why. Maya Boyd, the first baseman, followed by number 1, Vivi Ward, and your third batter for Elberta tonight will be number 4, Madison Willis. As we wait for them, and the Cardinals continue to warm up in between the top and bottom of the third inning. In between the bottom and top of the bottom of the second, top of the third. Pardon me. And Addison Pratt, the only pitcher on the squad. She pitched really well last night against McGill. Again, we ended up after 4 innings, 16-1, and they stopped the game at that point. And Elberta is a region opponent, so another big test for them tonight as they come towards the conclusion of the 2025 season. Ball 1. Down towards Maggie Madison, grabs it though as she jogs in towards second base. Catch in center field, out number 1. Second nice catch by Maggie out in center field. Top of the third, 1 out. First pitch is swung high, back, foul. Strike 1. And this is, again, number 1, Vivi Ward for Elberta. Plays right field for them. Swings again, pop up into the shortstop position as Miss Amelia catches it. Just about trips over second base, but she catches it and out number 2. And that'll bring Madison Willis to bat. Pardon me, that's number 5. They skipped over one. Pardon me, she must be their designated hitter. She is, and so we're back at the top of the order for Elberta. Swing and miss, high foul back. This is Blakely Hooper. She takes it off to our shortstop again. Hard throw to first base, out number 3. Retires him and will go into the bottom of the third. Still down 1 run, though, to the Elberta Warriors this evening. And I believe Addison Pratt should be the first batter up to start the inning, followed by Aria Blackman, and then number 3, Emma Marlowe, batting third. All right, your first batter for the bottom of the third is Addison Pratt, number 11, our pitcher. Ball 1. Another ball, ball 3. Nope, 2-1 is the count. Pardon me. That'll be ball 3. 3-1 now for Addison. First batter, bottom of the 3rd. That should walk her. Ball number 4, and she'll head to first base. So that puts Addison on first base. Aria Blackman comes to the plate. Third base for the Cardinals takes a ball. Second one, she's going to swing, send it foul outside the third base line, strike 1. She's got Addison Pratt on first base in the count, 1-1. Two balls and 1 strike now. They're showing some concern for Addison on first base. Don't want her to advance. That's inside, way inside, and away from the catcher, and Addison is going to get to second base. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Aria Blackman. Ball 4, and she's going to head to first base on a walk. So Emma Marlowe, number 3, will head to the plate. She is our cleanup batter. So timeout is called as Coach Phelps takes a moment to speak with Emma. And actually, the timeout was called by Elberta. As the coach headed in to speak with the pitcher. And now we'll be back to play again. Emma Marlowe. She's got 1 out. No, 0 outs. I'm sorry. She's our third batter in the bottom of the 3rd, and she's got her runners on first and second, pardon me. Addison Pratt at first, and Aria Blackman at first. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Addison at second, Aria at first, Emma at the plate. Inside, ball 2. Going to call that one high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike, I think is what he just said. 2 balls, 1 strike. She gets a hold of that one. It's going to head out into left field. It's going to be bobbled. And the bases are loaded. As Addison Pratt stopped at third, not realizing that the ball was bobbled out there in right field, but you got the bases loaded. And no outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. And Amelia Johnson, our stat leader, at the plate. First bet, she swings, takes it off. It's going to be fouled outside the third base line and dropped by the Elberta third baseman. Strike 1. So Amelia looks out at a loaded base situation, takes her second pitch, and strike 2. He's falling behind on the pitch count here. Inside, though, a little bit high and inside, ball 1. 1 and 2 is the count. Swing and a miss. That's going to strike her out. 1 out. Bases loaded. And Emma Jorns, number 18, second baseman, looks at her first pitch. It's high, ball 1. Second pitch, high, ball 2. Third pitch, strike. 2-1 to count now. Emma Jorns. Bases loaded. Inside. Ball 3. Got Addison Pratt on third, anxious to get home. Ball 4. It's going to walk in a run. So with 1 out, the bases are still loaded. And Mary Blackman from first base heads to the plate. She's got no outs and bases loaded. First pitch, she swings, pops it up in the infield, though. It's going to fall just over the second baseman's head. 1 score. Second one is going to get caught, though, for the 3rd out as Emma Marlowe gets caught heading across. But we do get 1 run. Scores 2-1. And that's the 2nd out with Emma going across there. And we have runners at first and second. He had a pretty good throw in from center field that kind of caught Emma off guard there, and she's out at home plate. There's a swing. Strike 1. 1-1 count. Lauren Wood, number 14. Strike 2. 1-2 the count for Lauren. Runners on first and second. Ball 2. 2-2. It's going to foul that off just outside the first base line. Still going to face a count of 2-2 with runners at first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Lauren. Swings again. It's going to be another foul ball as it goes down the third baseline. Strike, but she dropped the ball. Out at first for the 3rd out. That'll take us into the top of the 4th inning with a 1-run lead over the Elberta Warriors right now. I'll look to see if there's any changes in the lineup. Nothing so far that I can tell. Lauren Wood still catching. Addison Pratt heading out to the mound. Maggie Madison playing her final home softball game this evening. That's heading out to center field. And the rest of the team slowly pulling out there and beginning to warm up as we look for Elberta to come back to the plate. If I remember correctly, they had the top of their order retired, so we should be looking for number 10. Their catcher, Madison Potter. Right behind her, playing out of center field, is number 25, Ava Jennings. And then the third batter, coming out of the shortstop position, is number 7, Lindley May. So, Addison Pratt. Coming in for the fourth inning. As a fake bunt right there, called strike. And Madison Potter, number 10 for Elberta. Their catcher. Swing high. And the shortstop, number 23, Johnson, is underneath it. No problem at all. Amelia Johnson gathers it in for the first out of the fourth inning. Winds up. They get a hold of that one to shortstop, though. Again, as Miss Johnson gets it across to first base and out. Again, Amelia Johnson with her second nice play of the inning there, over towards first base. And Aria Blackman gathers it in for out number 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And number 7 again is Lindley May from Elberta. Swing over into Maggie Madison at center field, over the head of the shortstop, but into second base. Runner held at first. 2 outs. Runner at first. Fourth batter. Heads up, Miss Roberts. We swing and a foul ball as it goes off towards the Fairhope stands. And number 59 again is Miss Roberts, Peyton Roberts. Plays second base for Elberta. Inside ball. Holding the runner at first. Addison bounces that one in, though, for ball 2. Two and 1 your count. Runner on first. Inside, ball 3. Runner still held at first. Keeps jumping over there, but Lauren Wood's doing a good job for us. Holding her at first. There's a swing, and it's going to be a foul ball back. Strike 2. Going to face a full count with the next pitch. Peyton Roberts, their second baseman, faces a full count here. 1 run. 2 outs. Runner on first. Gets it over towards our shortstop, who gathers it in and out at second. So Amelia Johnson with a fantastic 4th inning. That'll take us into the bottom of the 4th with still a 1-run lead, 2-1. A scheduled 7-game inning this evening. Region opponent as well, so there won't be any tie or anything like that. We will go into extra innings should that come into play. But a real nice inning there as 3 outs from the shortstop position with Amelia Johnson. 2 throws to first base and then a quick grab and cover of second. That was Amelia's inning for sure. And as St. Michael gets ready to bat, we're looking at number 19, our designated hitter, Eliana Ewing, who I believe is coming in for Dakota Bott. It looked like she was going to bunt, pulled it back, and a strike is called. Strike 2. Eliana Ewing batting for Dakota Bott out of the DH position. 2 strikes and now a ball. High, ball 2. Ball 3 is going to face a full count. Eliana, our designated hitter for Dakota Bott, comes in. Ball 4, and she's going to walk. So Eliana's on first. And the top of our order, Maggie Madison comes to the plate. Strike 1. Maggie Madison, she rolls up her sleeve as well. It's kind of an Emma Marlowe look. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing, high, out to center field. Center field gathers underneath it, though. Throws back to first base with a nice throw, but keeps the runner there. So Maggie pops out to center field. 1 out. Strike. Addison Pratt. 0-1 count. She swings, get it to shortstop, who takes it, gathers it up to second base. She's out. Safe at first, but that was the third out. Safe at first. Second out. So 2 outs now, and my scoreboard moved for some reason. Aria Blackman swings, pops it up. It's going to be caught by the pitcher, though, for out number 3. So we'll head to the top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th inning, we've got a 1 2-run lead now. So we wait for the Cardinals to take the field and the Alberta Warriors to get their batting lineup in order. Trying to look out across the field to any changes to the lineup. I can't really see any that I could tell right offhand. Addison Pratt still pitching. They're putting together Strawberry Fest right behind us here with the carnival rides and fresh squeezed lemonade, that kind of thing going on behind us. Getting ready for a big weekend in Loxley with Strawberry Fest. Come on over and join that. That's always a lot of fun. I've been over here several times myself for it. If you like strawberries, this is the place to be this weekend. As a throw from Lauren down to second base, signals we're waiting for a batter from the Alberta Warriors. Should be number 15. Brookley Bomar. Swing and a foul, strike out of the park. Bowman plays right field for the Warriors. Inside ball. One and one. Strike as he fouls it back. Strike two should be the count. 1-2. Bomar actually is not Bowman. Brookley Bomar. Swing down over to Amelia Johnson again over to first base and caught out number one in the books. And I don't know why they would try to hit it to our shortstop. Amelia Johnson with another pickoff and out. She cleared out most of the fourth inning for us and started off putting the outs here in the fifth. Addison with the first pitch high, ball one. This will be Destiny Garcia. She's a designated hitter. Destiny takes ball two. High and outside. One out. That's going to be ball three as it went inside and a little bit low. Three and 0 the count. Strike one. No, he didn't call anything. I guess he just stood there until she let her go. So that was ball four. It looked down the pike, might have been high. So we got a runner on first base as Miss Garcia heads towards first. And we've got Maya Boyd headed to the plate. I'm sorry, Vivi Ward. Number 21. Well, I mean, they have changed up their lineup just a little bit, as that was a strike, I believe. And there's a different hitter in there. Addison brings it in for a ball. That is actually number 23 out there now. She didn't start out the game in the lineup. Number 23 is not on the roster. Number 23 pops it up, though, over to Emma Marlowe, who grabs it for out number 2. Kept the runner at first base as well. Nice job by Emma Marlowe with the catch and the throw into second to keep the runner in place at first. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. I heard a timeout called. As Coach Johnson heads in, we're facing batter number 1, Vivi Ward from Elberta. Timeout called by the Cardinals. As Coach Paul talks to his players briefly, talks to Addison. Everybody gathered himself in place, and we're back to playing ball again. 2 outs, top of the 5th. And the sun, I know, is hitting that camera a little bit odd now right at the moment. Vivi Ward gets a hold of it, though. It's a pop-up. It's going to be foul. Oh, it's foul, but it's dropped by Aria Johnson over there at third base. Aria Blackman, pardon me. Aria Blackman, our third baseman there, as it get way up high. Kind of gave her a little bit too much time to think about it, I think. Strike 1. Ball 1 as it came across low. Runner still at first. It's Vivi Ward, the right fielder. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Counts 1 and 2. Addison sings it across the bait for strike number 3 and retires the Warriors. Sends them back to the dugout with no runs in the 5th inning. We'll go into the bottom of the 5th with a 2-1 advantage over the Elberta Warriors. We're going to start out the inning with Emma Marlowe, our cleanup batter, batting first here at the bottom of the 5th. After Emma, you'll have Amelia Johnson and Emma Jorns. We're a 3-batter lineup for the bottom of the 5th inning. We've got a 7-inning game is what it's scheduled to be. It is an area game. So there won't be any kind of tie. But we will go into extra innings if for some reason we end in a tie after 7 innings. And I'm sitting there saying that Alberta's in our region. They are not. I made that assumption. Pardon me, as I spoke all this all along. And I'm showing Orange Beach, Satsuma, and St. Michael in the area. Orange Beach, of course, with a nationally ranked team as she takes a strike there. They're in first place with 4-0 in region play. Satsuma's in second place, 2-2 in region play, and St. Michael 0-4 in region play. And again, this is not a region game with Elberta. Emma Marlowe swings, sends it out. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder for a single. And Emma's on first base. Amelia Johnson out of the shortstop position, who's been playing just a fantastic game tonight. Comes up here in the bottom of the 5th inning. She's got Emma on first base. And she gets a hold of that one, but it fouls down the third base. Oh, and 1 the count. Another foul ball off to the left. Second strike. Another foul ball. Another foul ball. It's a little bit ahead of it as all these fouls are heading down outside of the third baseline. And the Alberta Warriors are not in our region. They're 6-0 in their region, though. There's another foul ball as Amelia Johnson wants desperately to get on base, but keeps fouling off. And then she's going to strike out with that pitch as she's just a little bit on top of it. Strike 3 for out number 1. Still got Emma Marlowe on first base. This is Emma Jorns at the plate. She takes the first pitch, strike. They send it back to first base to keep Emma on first base. Swing. It's going to slowly go back to the pitcher. She grounds it up. It's going to be out at first base, but she does advance Emma Marlowe to second. That is our second out, though. Number 24 is Mary Blackman. Got Emma Jones in scoring position at second base. Takes a high ball there on the first pitch. She's going to swing and foul that one off towards third base. Strike 1. Counts 1-1 for Mary Blackman. Mary Michael Blackman. This time it's down towards third base. They're going to keep Emma at second and throw her out at first for out number 3. No runs in the 5th inning for the Cardinals. As they are retired, we'll go to the top of the 6th inning with a 2-1 score. Now, last night, if you heard me earlier in the game, we took on McGill-Tulane, and we were out of here after the 4th inning. Score 16-1. Now we're heading into the top of the 6th, pardon me, tonight against Elberta. Alberta's holding strong, just 1 run behind us. Had some really good play from Amelia Johnson at shortstop so far. Addison Pratt is pitching very well. And defensively, we had Maggie Madison with a couple of pop-outs in center field. And everybody else playing very well defensively. It's our offense that seems a little bit shorted. Last night they just hit and hit and hit. 11 runs in the 1st inning alone. But tonight they've been kept in check. Now the pitcher, Madison Willis for Elberta, got to give her some credit. She's done a good job pitching. But defensively, they have done very well. Their shortstop has played well. Their first baseman is an impressive player as well. First pitch from Addison. Top of 6, ball 1. That's the top of the order now for Elberta here with Blakely Hooper. She plays third base. It's going to be high and outside, ball 2. Blakely swings and misses. Strike. Counts 2-1 now. Another ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. And Blakely Hooper, this is the top of the batting order for Elberta. Their second baseman. 3-1 the count. Inside, she's going to walk. Batting second for Elberta is number 10, Madison Potter. She's their catcher. There's an attempt at a bunt, but it fouls off behind the third base side. Strike 1. Addison delivers. It's a swing and a strike. It's sent over to third base, but it's bobbled by Aria Blackman. And runners advance to second and first base. No outs. High, ball 1. This is a second base runner. Comes about halfway across. That's what Lauren Wood was running out in the field to keep any advancement from going. There's a swing out into right field and caught. Actually, it's dropped by Dakota Bott. Sorry, bounced out of her glove. Second goes to third, but it's bobbled at second, and second base scores. First base goes to second, and the batter to first. So runners at first and second. As things got tangled up as the play went out onto second base, ball got loose, and the runner on third was able to advance home. There's another one out to Dakota. Bounces, catches it actually. I thought it was going to bounce in front of her, but she snaps it midair. Keeps the runners at second and first for out number 1. Nice job by Dakota. That came in real low, kind of a line drive right at her, but she grabs it up just a few inches off the turf. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Strike 1. At 59 is Miss Roberts, Peyton Roberts. Plays second base. Inside, ball. Catcher kind of loses a handle on it, and runners will advance. I believe the count is 1-1 for Miss Roberts. Some words of advice from the dugout towards Addison. Runners at second and third. 1-1 count, sends it in. High, inside the park, pop-up. They're wondering who's going to get it. Third baseman, though, Araya Johnson gathers it in just at the tip of her glove for out number 2. Runners stay at second and third base. Kind of an ice cream cone for Miss Johnson at third base there, but she gathered it in. Comes Addison. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Tie score. First pitch is going to be a ball. It's low and inside. And it's Brookley Bomar for Elberta. Swing, foul ball, strike one. Counts 1-1. And Brookley Bomar plays right field for Elberta. Faces a count of 1-1. Inside, ball 2. As Miss Bomar, gets struck by pitch and advances to first base. So bases are loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning, and Alberta's managed to tie the score with 1 run so far this inning. Ball 1. This is trying to see the number there. Miss 11 is Skylar Hadley. High, ball 2. And I apologize, I've got 2 different numbers up here. They're showing 11 Garcia, Destiny Garcia. She gets it out. Pops on the field in front of Emma Marlowe. Gets past the catcher. They've got an opportunity here, though. Not able to get it. 2-run score. And then we got runners at second and third now. Two runs able to get across the plate there. As Destiny Garcia, their designated hitter, sends him across. And then we have number 23, and she is not on the roster. Listed is number 21, Boyd. There's the throw at first base, out. So the third out, but they did get 2 runs. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. We got 2 more at-bats. This is set to be a 7-inning game. So we'll have 2 more at-bats to make up for the deficit we now find ourselves in after a 3-run 6th inning for the Alberta Warriors. As far as our batting lineup this evening, it looks like, if I remember right, Miss Wood was up last, so we'll have Eliana Ewing, number 19, stepping to the base first. Forgive me, I've forgotten my lineup just a little bit. Mary Blackman ended out the inning for us, and so we're looking for Lauren Wood to bat first, Dakota Bott. Eliana Ewing has been batting for Dakota this evening. She's in the designated hitter, number 10 position there. And then we'll head back to the top of the order with Maggie Madison as our third batter here in the 6th inning. But we've got our work cut out for us now, as we're going to need some offense. Last night they had offense galore, and it's been a little bit short tonight with just 2 runs. They were able to get 16 runs in 4 innings last night, 11 in the first inning. But just 2 runs through 5 innings so far. And the Alberta Warriors, they got a little bit of a pep in their step after that inning and 3 runs across the plate. Over the top of the second baseman and out into the right field. as Lauren Wood gets on first base with a one pitch. She liked it, took it, and over the top of the second baseman, who jumped as high as she could to get it, but just over her grasp. And we'll see Eliana Ewing. Pump back, and I believe they called that a ball. And they don't want Lauren headed for second, so they're playing kind of tight here. There's a foul off to the right. Strike one. Eliana Ewing out of the designated hitting position. 1-1 count. Watches that go across the plate for ball number 2. I believe. This is a very unanimated umpire. He actually held up 1 ball, 2 strikes. And there's a ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count for Eliana. Runner on first. Swings. It's going to be a foul ball just outside the first baseline. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Eliana. It's got Lauren Wood on first base still. No outs. Another foul ball. She gets a hold of it, but it's off to the right-hand side again. She straightens that out. She's got something going. Foul. I don't know what I was going to say. It looked like a strike, but it must have come in low. She's going to face a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing, strung out towards second base. She bobbles it. We're going to get advanced to second base as Lauren Wood, and Eliana's on first. So bobbled at second base helps us out there and brings up the top of the order with Maggie Madison. Maggie knows the situation. She's down 2 runs. No outs. Runners on first and second. Outside, ball 1. Swing. Out inside of the third baseman. Advances a runner. A single for Maggie Madison. As she advances runners to second and third, and she is now on first. So we've got the bases loaded, no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. As you can just kind of sense the excitement from the Cardinal sideline. Coach is getting some things lined up. Addison Pratt. First pitch, strike 1. Addison swings, foul ball off to the right-hand side and out of the stadium. We have bases loaded. Runners at second and third right there. Got Maggie at first base. Addison lines up. Watches that one go by. Ball 2. Ball 1, pardon me. 2 strikes, 1 ball. No outs. Here's the pitch. She gets a hold of it. It's going out into right field territory. falls in between the first baseman and right field, or second baseman and right field. We got a score. Runners all advance one base. As Lauren Wood comes across the plate for our third run of the evening. No outs and bases loaded. Area Blackman at the plate. And you can just feel, that's a strike one. You can just kind of, I'm sorry, but didn't reset everything there. 0-1 count for Area. Mariah. That one came across without me knowing what happened. So I'm looking for a pitch count from the umpire. I think the count's 1-1. She swings, she gets a hold of it. First baseman gets a hold of it, gets it into home place, out at home. Everybody advances one base except for the third baseman. So that's his second out. One out, pardon me. Right, and bases are loaded again. I'm unsure what happened. Yeah, we're waiting for a call to be made out in the field. If there are one or two outs here. We've got some confusion. We've got both runners at first base right now. They went back to second base as if it was a line drive and caught, perhaps. If that's the case, then the first baseman would be out and the third base runner. As Blue's talking it over out there with the coach, and they're trying to figure out exactly where everyone was. I'm unsure about the confusion. I do not believe it was a line drive. Seemed like it bounced. So but it's Coach Phelps that sent his player. He sent Maggie back to second base. Still a discussion going on, and it's the Elberta coach that has most of the discussion going on over in third base there. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about even. We got right now Maggie Madison on second, Addison and Area on first base. As questions abound, what should happen? I believe that we should have the bases loaded, and it was out at home base and one out. They're going to send in they sent Addison back to, so I guess that's two outs. I'm going to say two outs. Emma Marlowe's up to bat. We got runners at first and second. I'm just thoroughly confused by just what happened there. But that's your situation at the moment. They sent Addison back in there as if it was a tag out or something. I'd have no idea what just happened. Emma fouls it back. Strike one. And my guess is we have two outs. As somehow Addison Pratt got out on that play. I'm not sure how. Emma pops it up, goes into center field. The center field runs in underneath it and gathers it in, out number 3. I think. So 3 outs. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning, down by 1 run. That was Emma Marlowe, who was just up to bat. So in the bottom of the 7th, we'll look for Amelia Johnson, who's had just a terrific night out there at shortstop, to be our first batter here in the bottom of the 7th. The Elberta Warriors, I believe, will start towards the bottom of their order. They should have Miss Ward with Miss Willis and then Madison Hooper. I'm sorry. Blakely Hooper. Oh, but I'll have to double check on that. I kind of lost track of where they were. But we're waiting for the Cardinals to warm up here. As we head towards the bottom of the 7th inning. I don't see any changes out there in the outfield. As you see, Addison Pratt pitching, Lauren Wood, number 14, at catcher. Okay, they're just about out there. Again, Lauren Wood at catcher, Addison Pratt pitcher. Facing the first batter of Elberta, number 1, as she fouls it away. Strike 1. Top of the 7th inning. They enjoy a 1-run lead right now. And number 1, Vivi Ward for Elberta. Her second pitch is fouled off as well, 2 strikes. And that's going over by the tilt-a-whirl. High and out of bounds. Addison Pratt pitching her 11th inning in the last 2 days. Swing and in between the third base and shortstop positions. Emma Marlowe gathers it up, throws it into second base, where Emma Jorns gathers it up. But we do have a runner on first base now for Elberta, as Madison Willis comes to the plate for Elberta. First pitch, she swings high. It's going to be foul and outside of the park. That's actually number 5. I lost. Miss Willis was their designated hitter. Or number 1 actually was batting 9th. They did not have a designated hitter through that roundup apparently, because they skip over Miss Willis, and they're at the top of their lineup now with Blakely Hooper out of third base. Swings, sends it over to third base, gets past her though, and Emma Marlowe picks it up. Sends it in over to third base to keep the runners at first and second. Hit to shortstop. Miss Johnson sends it over to first. They got her out at first, but the runners advance from first to second and second to third. But we do have 1 out. Another play from Amelia Johnson out of the shortstop position. As I would try really, really hard to hit it someplace else if I were the Elberta Warriors. And I know the sun is hitting my camera there behind home plate a little bit, so it's getting it more difficult to see. Addison Pratt will see the second batter in their lineup, number 10, Madison Potter. Strike 1. Madison Potter for the Elberta Warriors at the plate. Sends it out into center field over Maggie Madison's head all the way back to the line. We've got 1 run scored, 2 runs scored, and the batter gets a double out of it. They send it into the pitcher and we'll hold her there. So 6-3 now, 1 out, and they have a runner on second base. You kind of felt the Cardinals gather up a lot of momentum there in the 6th inning. But Elberta has taken that momentum and carried it here in the 7th inning. 2 runs scored so far. Pop up just out of the reach of first base Mary Michael Blackman. Strike 1. 1 out, runner on second base. This is Ava Jennings. She plays center field. She pops it up over towards Emma, and it falls in between the shortstop and Emma Marlowe, advancing the runner to third and the batter to first. As that just kind of popped up and fell down in between the shortstop and Emma Marlowe as they both were headed towards it. So you now have got runners at first and third. 1 out. Addison Pratt sends it back over to Emma again, and Emma bobbles it, drops it. You got a score coming across from third base, and runner advances from first to second, and you've got the batter on first. So just 1 out, and the Elberta Warriors are in a bit of a run right now. Check swing, called strike. Again, my apologies. My behind the plate home plate camera has got the sun hitting at it right now. It's going to create a poor lighting situation for us. Strike 2. Runners hold. Inside, ball 1. Swing over towards second base. They gather it up, throw it towards first for the second out of the inning, but runners advance. There's a swing out towards Maggie, and Maggie, it's over her head again. We got a runner from third is across. The runner from second crosses, and that's a double for the batter. Again, my apologies as the behind the base camera. It's got a real poor lighting situation there. I don't think you could have seen the play anyway. So I'm trying to get you the pitches as they come. Hopefully in a few minutes that lighting situation will fix up, but we are in the 7th inning. There's a swing out into right field. Gathered up, second baseman advances to third. And the batter goes to first. Still 2 outs. And we're showing Vivi Ward, number 1, out of right field, up to bat for the Elberta Warriors. They're up now 9-3. There's an inside pitch. It's ball. Ball 1. Swing down in towards in between third base and shortstop. Third base is going to score. First base to second base and batter towards first. So runners on first and second and another score. Now 10-3 as the Warriors are just hot right now from the bat. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Down by 7 runs now. There's a pop-up. Looks like it's foul off to the right-hand side, and it is. Again, my apologies. The sun is just causing havoc with that camera, and it's causing the lighting to be very dark there as it's trying to adjust for the light. Do the best we can to get you the pisses as Addison lines up, sends it across the ball. Showing number 5, Blakely Hooper. That would be the top of their order again. Ball in the dirt, ball 2. Runners at first and second. They're holding him there. Back out towards Maggie again. She's trying to get underneath it, and she does this time. She grabs up the third out. Finally, the third out in the top of the 7th. That'll send us to the bottom of the 7th, though, down by 7 runs. So we felt a lot of momentum for the Cardinals there as they came out of the 6th inning, and it felt like they were batting well and the offense was getting back on track. But then Elberta just got hot with the bat right there in their 7th. Their 7th inning put 6 runs across the base, taking their lead from 4-3 to 10-3. And now you've got a bit of a situation where you've got to come back 7 runs to tie, 8 runs to win in 1 inning. And your offense just hasn't been playing that well so far. Your first batter will be number 23, Amelia Johnson, out of the shortstop position. She's had a very good defensive night so far. And that'll be the end of it if we can't get out of this inning. We're scheduled to play 7 innings tonight, so Amelia Johnson had a terrific game on defense. She'd like to either win or extend this contest and go back out to shortstop, but it's going to take a good bit of hitting here by the Cardinals as they need 8 runs to get back in charge here, and they only have the bottom of the 7th to do it. So you got Amelia Johnson, Emma Jorns, and Mary Blackman coming to the plate. Foul ball. Caught by the third baseman and out number 1. I've got number 18 out there, Emma Jorns. Ball high, ball 1. Ball 2, inside and low. Oh, strike there as it came right down the middle. Counts 2-1 now. High, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Got 1 out. Any kind of rally here from Emma Jorns would sure be helpful. She faces a 3-1 count. Ball 4 sends her off to first base. And that's a start. Got to start somewhere, and there's a start. So Emma Jordan's on first base, and Mary Michael Blackman to the plate. One out. Ball one. Ball two. I'm going to call that a strike because it caught the outside corner. Counts 2-1 now. One out, runner on first. Swings, foul ball back though. Strike two. Ball high, lost by the catcher, so it advances. Amelia Johnson advances to second base. And Mary Micah Blackman will face a full count. And they walk her. Got runners at first and second now. And Lauren Wood, our senior catcher, comes to the plate. One out. Looking for some offense here. There she gets a hold of it. It's going to foul to the right-hand side, though, towards first base line. And the ball's dropped. It's high. It's a ball, but nobody advances. Swing and a miss. Strike one. There she gets a hold of it, goes to second base, though. She's going to get thrown out at first, but she is going to advance the runners. So Lauren Wood hits it to second base, out at first, but she does advance runners. We have runners at second and third now, but we face two outs. And we're going to see the designated hitter, Eliana Ewing. And then we'll come back with Maddie Madison after her. Swing and a strike called. There she gets a hold of it, but it's fouled off to the right-hand side. Up against the backdrop and out. And you can kind of sense the Alberta Warriors feeling that the game is almost over for them. And you also have the Cardinals trying to rally from the dugout there, as you see. Eliana Ewing takes a pitch, swings, goes right at first base, although she bobbles it. And the second baseman gathers it up, though, from the backup position and tags first base for the out. That's the last out of the night. As you see the final score 10-3 with a really good 6th inning for the Elberta Warriors. As they gather at midfield for a combined prayer and congratulations from the two teams. A good bit of sportsmanship at the end of the game between these two close geographically schools. As we play Elberta in almost all the sports. And I had I believe with the loss, we're not going to do any interviews. I had a microphone over there for an interview. But Mr. Marlowe is headed out towards center field and I guess gathering up the equipment as the Cardinals head out towards left field for the final kind of conference. And again, it was senior night here as you have Maggie Madison, Lauren Wood, and Emma Marlowe, your three seniors, in their final home game. They have one more game on the docket before postseason play begins, as they lost 3-10 to Elberta tonight, and next Monday they take on Cottage Hill Christian Academy for an away non-region game, and then the postseason starts. They are in third place as far as 4A Area 1 at 0-4, and if they only take the top two into the postseason, then that would mean that they're staying home, and you have Orange Beach and Satsuma headed into the playoffs. So one more game for them next Monday over at Cottage Hill Christian. Make sure and check out the softball squad for their last game. And then next Monday, stay tuned to the Wild Cardinal Network. We'll be back here in Loxley as we get prepared for senior night for the boys baseball team. So we'll put one more baseball game up, and then next Tuesday, I believe, is the final home soccer game of the season as well. So just a couple more games, couple more opportunities to catch the Cardinals here in any spring games. So take advantage of that if you can. If not, join them here on the Wild Cardinal Network, where you know Cardinal athletics are always on. Anytime, anywhere, the St. Michael YouTube channel and the Wild Cardinal Network. Well, there you go. We're going to send everything home tonight. Tonight we came out in the short end of the stick against the Elberta Warriors, 10-3 at Cardinal softball. But another decent season for them as they finish one more time, Cottage Hill, and then again one more time for you against the boys baseball for senior night next Monday. We are looking for fall sponsors for the football program. Anybody out there that has a business or any reason wants to turn in some money to the Wild Cardinal Network, we could use it. We're trying to expand and do a better job every year, every week. We try to get better. Hopefully our coverage gets a little bit better every time we put the equipment together and travel and put on a broadcast. Hopefully we just improve just a little bit every time. We'd love for you to grow with us and become a sponsor for the fall 2025 season. Go ahead and look into that. Contact Jerry Marlowe at St. Michael or myself, Tony Madsen, there as well, or give us an email at WCN at stmichaelchs.org, and we will answer back and get you a sponsor packet. Again, sponsor the 2025 fall season through the Wild Cardinal Network, and we'll get more of this kind of thing out to you. WCN and Cardinal Athletics, we're there. You've been watching Cardinal Softball